Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all. Living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all. Living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough.
What's going on, people? Fame Entertainment here from LV1Gamer.com. And congratulations, you guys leveled up to 188. This is the Double XP podcast. Listen, the shenanigans have already started, right? Y'all see
Lies.
y'all see who we got in here tonight, man. It's already started, man. It's gonna be a hell of a night, man. Hopefully Jim Ryan don't call through and get us shut down because of our guest tonight. Hopefully he let us rock. But we're gonna get started with the introductions. We're gonna start with the host of the Starcross Gamers podcast and the communications director of LevelOneGaming.com. The man is always at the DMs, getting us these AAA games to review. Baron J67, what's going on, Chief?
Man, wheeling and dealing. It's crazy. I got the opportunity. Well, I was
You got the
highly
opportunity
recommended.
to just take it.
I was highly recommended to review Dying Light 2. We're gonna get into that. It's a good time. Got some problems, but I believe as you guys seen with all the updates, we'll talk more about it. But yeah, gaming.
Next up, my right hand, man, and the host of Cogs in the Machine, the floor hugger with the hard R. What's going on, sis?
Still with the hard R. I appreciate it.
Oh, wow.
With the hard R. Okay. What's up, everybody? As always, let me know how audio is, all that stuff. And I'm excited to once again talk more about Bungie. Not that we didn't do it for 4 hours last night, but we can never talk too much Bungie. And just sit and chill for a bit. I love you guys. Sarange.
Last but not least, you guys see the statues in the background, right? But I promise you, he has a dungeon somewhere with all the knees he have taken in the gaming industry, right? From the esteemed Iron Lords podcast, the man who translates for Phil Spencer for us. He does this for us. King David, what's going on, boss?
Oh man! First of all, I want to give a shout out to my pops. He has me looking like a Laker fan, like I'm in the crowd right now. Nah, I'm just trolling my pops right now. Yeah, I troll him too.
Everybody can get it.
Pause. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, hopefully they could do something. A lot of those dudes got bad knees like him. Boom,
bro. Yeah.
He's got the butt.
Hey, listen. As a Lakers fan, we going through it right now, Chief.
Mm-hmm.
We going through it.
I know, but I'm a New York Knicks fan, so yeah. Shout out to us.
Yeah.
You're doing a whole lot better than me. Right?
Yeah. Hey, man, y'all got them young stars over there, man. Y'all use the break.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I got to bring up their name. I got to Google.
Hold on.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's a 10-year plan. Like it's like PlayStation the next 10 years getting them live service games.
Yeah, it's like
the Knicks, man. It's a 10-year plan. There you go.
Yeah. How that working out for them? Yeah. Oh, got some 3.6 billion. It's working out fine. Finesserie.
I'm waiting for the whole staff to say, you know what, guys, we've decided gaming is not it for us anymore. Like soon as the ink dry.
I'm waiting, and this is how they usually do. Sony's gonna ask for something that's a little bit out of whack, and they're gonna dead the relationship and keep the cash.
Man. Listen, and what's crazy, we're gonna jump right into that, right? That's the first topic of the day, right? Is the fact that Sony, technically they bought Bungie, but it seems more like a partnership. I kind of want to talk about what this really means for Xbox, and I want to start with, I guess, right from the Iron Lords podcast, King David. Sony spent $3.6 billion, half of what Microsoft spent on Bethesda, and we know that Microsoft is going to get exclusive games coming from Bethesda, right? 3.6, and we're hearing that Bungie will stay independent. They're going to publish their own games, and their games are going to stay multi-plat. So, what does this really mean for Xbox and everyone really moving forward?
Well, it's like if you fly a girl out and she goes and stays at somebody else's house. She for the streets.
For the streets.
The bill. You got her out there, you took her shopping, you did all that, and she still went and slid the old boy. And she told you ahead of time, when I'm in town, I'm still gonna go see my peoples. And you gotta be good with this. And you still paid that flight. You still flew her out. So at what level of desperation are you? What did you need from her so bad that you agreed to this? Who agrees to this? Who agrees that the level of autonomy given to this company in a fashion that, first of all, Sony is not known for services. So if you're looking at the DNA of the company and they're trying to merge, then you have to look at what they're trying to align themselves with, right? And that's it's been a seismic shift in the company the moment Sean Layden was no more.
Big shift.
Yeah, the price of PlayStation Now dropped a half. Right? Was what, $6? It was like 12 or 6. It dropped down really quickly. Same day, buy, switch. They pick up Nexus. That's my heart. I love them dudes. PC ports. So, Jim is a money man, right? So Jim is looking at the long-term effects of this. First of all, they don't have a first-person shooter on their roster that's built in-house that can go up against the likes of whatever Microsoft puts out, because Microsoft has ZeniMax now. So you have Wolfenstein, you have Doom, you have
heavy hitters,
true heavy hitters. Fallout. You have all of this stuff that's there available for Microsoft. So Microsoft has been known right now as the home of the shooters. So what do? You make sure that you go out and you get the company that started the best home console shooter in all of history, right? You say Halo, right? In that same aspect, you got a multiplayer aspect that they are bred in. Destiny is a proven commodity, it has a proven community, and they services. They are the ones that they have. They have Bungie Con, they have a Destiny Con. These dudes go out there, so they are well entrenched with the community, something that Sony isn't doing. So you're seeing a seismic shift in the DNA of the company. And when they told you that they have 25 games in development, and then Jim came out and reiterated 10 of those as services, you're seeing where PlayStation is going now. So I think the deal, even though a lot of people, because I watched the earnings call and I listened to that, they only make 200 million off of quarterly or yearly. And you're looking at a small piece of the pie. You're not looking at what they're trying to achieve. They're aligning themselves with allies that's going to take them forward into the future. You hear about Spartacus. So to have Spartacus having reoccurring people play inside this ecosystem, what's a better place to just put Destiny inside this place here where Spartacus can live and grow with an actual fan base that's already there? So you saw Game Pass just had Destiny in it, and all the DLC that was in it was for free and had people up in there playing. So they want that same level of cachet with that. This is what Bungie brings. And then that meta game, whatever they're making. Now, the letter of the script is what we are looking at, us fake lawyers and us fake financial advisors and our side room quarterbacks faking like we really understand what they're saying. But if somebody tells me that we'll be making games that will be played on rival consoles, that's very clear in the letter of the law. They will have a level of autonomy and make multiplats and stay multiplat. It didn't say anything about exclusive games at all in that whole rhetoric. So there's a level of concern, and it should be for the PlayStation fan base. But I said, take heart in this. I've told you before, this is the last PlayStation console. Console.
Hey, wait a minute. Y'all have heard me say, look, I've said it on this platform plenty of times. Hey, you gonna have to down that hill on
you keep calling them Sega.
Hey,
yeah,
bro.
But they have Sega-like qualities. And
stubborn.
If you listen to the earning call, see, dudes, this generation, for me, I honestly believe it's going to last 8 to 9 years. In 8 to 9 years, our level of technology and how we're using things is going to change. A minute ago, you guys thought that physical will last forever, and some dudes got 700 games in their digital library. And they realized, I don't need to waste this space. Stadia came with a great idea. You pick up a controller and you just play. You don't think Microsoft and Sony don't see the same idea? So again, think, and I want y'all to use your minds. What if the God of War TV show is on Netflix and a queue comes up? Are you interested in this? Pick up your controller and play the game. And you just play and you go straight into the game. From that point where you're at. You don't think the marriage between, and Sony is cinema. The marriage between cinema and video games with Sony is not synonymous. You guys are out here capping for a Spider-Man game and a Wolverine game and the Last of Us 2, and Netflix has the right for 8 seasons of that. So you don't think they want that tied to their type of revenue stream? So how would that be tied to that revenue stream if they have to be tethered to a box? Remove the box, remove the tethers, and you unleash a beast that can make money all across everywhere. I'm telling you, Microsoft is in the same lane. Nobody asks me that question. They just harp on the PlayStation being the last box. You think I look at doom and gloom? I've watched NEC leave. I watched Neo Geo leave. I watched Sega leave. I watched a host of others leave. And I thought it could never happen. The technology is in place, and Sony's making that shift into that right spot. So yes, I think the Bungie acquisition will reap benefits for years to come if they stay in lockstep with what they started off with. If you change the rules on Bungie, they leave.
Yep.
They
Proof
left,
is in the
they
pudding.
left Microsoft. They left Activision.
Yep.
They don't like what they see. They're leaving.
Apple.
They're gone. And because now, correct me if I'm wrong. Halo was originally supposed to be on Mac, right?
Yeah.
Apple, Microsoft, Activision, and now Sony. Bungie has
They
no
don't play.
issue saying we're not happy. Let us go. No issue.
That's the only fear that you have with messing with a bad chick that knows she's bad.
Mm.
I felt that to my core.
She knows she's bad. She knows she can pull whoever she wants to pull. You understand? She's already been with high rollers, and she knows she can produce.
Yeah.
So when you with a breadwinner, you got to come correct. Ain't no half stepping in this move right here. And I do not believe that Jim is a half step at all, because Jim has been making nothing but power moves. That PlayStation 4 has been the most successful console under the PlayStation brand, and it's under his name.
Yeah.
Yo, we got
the board.
Powerful enough to make it to where you could bring it back out and it's making news.
He's so powerful. He's so powerful. And I tell you, he can do this, and none of you stands say a word. God of War date on the PC and the PlayStation. And he knows it takes something of that nature, such a big game with such heavy gravitas. You can't do that with Horizon, because dudes would be like, no. God of War moves the needle.
Yeah.
Be fearful.
1,000,000%. Hey, in the chat, King Arthur say the floor hugger is so fine. Sis, perfect transition right to you, man. Sony buying up Bungie, $3.6 billion. Your thoughts on this acquisition that sounds more like a partnership?
I mean, Chocolate and I did this last night. We went through 30 years of their history, and you could see they may have been a little abused at Activision, but they don't take shit from nobody. They will take their bundle and go when it is time. I think, because don't forget, it was supposed to be in Destiny 5 by now for $500 million. And I think Destiny 2 will probably be the final game, because it doesn't need to pull an Overwatch. It doesn't need to have a sequel. It's probably cheaper for them to buy the Dynasty.
Destiny 3?
No Destiny 3. It doesn't need to be.
If they get a dip, like I feel like if it ever goes south, they'll do Destiny 3.
But then you don't, the way the DLCs are dropping and how they're telling the story, you don't need a Destiny 3. It would cut it off so weirdly. And there's already 2 DLCs planned for the next 2 years, so we won't see Destiny 2 for a while. Or Destiny 3 for a while.
I have a question.
Yes,
in your
man.
theory. How do you address the issue of current gen consoles taking the Destiny engine to its highest degree? Because we already know that the previous gen can't, really max out any further. So wouldn't you, and especially as how Sony is so fidelity and metric driven, how do you quell Sony's angst with running with the same old engine?
Destiny 2 looks the exact same as Destiny 1, aside from some minor polishes. Destiny, it's never kind of really been about the art and how it looks for a lot of people, so I don't think we'll have a problem for a very long time because I don't see the graphics changing at all. So most systems should be able to run it. I could put on my Destiny 2 on a PlayStation 4 and probably still be fine. So I don't think we'll run into that for a bit, unless Destiny does a very major art style change, which they haven't since 2014.
Ever.
Yeah, there's not gonna be much change. You'll see the changes on PC if people really want a visual update, but yeah, it all looks the same in the nicest way because ESO also looks the same since 2014. So if it works, it
Yeah.
works. You don't need to change it. Final Fantasy
You don't
14
hear a
still
lot of
looks the
people.
same.
You don't hear a lot of people talking when they talk Destiny. Man, this game looks amazing. It's about
It does
Nah.
look.
It
It looks
kind of a
good,
lie.
but
When they
Oh.
went from that 30 frames to that 60 frames per second, because remember
that
Yeah.
is true.
Yeah.
that was a huge thing. I mean, because I was there with the rollout. I got a chance to sit there, and shout out to Ant. He was my cameraman when I had the behind the scenes gameplay of it, and it was shocking. It was shocking when they revealed Destiny 2 because I thought it was a major upgrade from Destiny 1. What was also shocking is that I wouldn't be taking my gear with me. I'll only be taking my face.
All that grinding, what was it for?
Throwing in the bushes. So,
Man.
yeah, sorry for cutting you off, but
No.
I think at some point in time, Sony is going to try. At some point in time, you have to exert yourself as the boss. At some point in time, you have to, just establish some form of boundaries and dominance in the situation as an alpha. And I view Jim as an alpha. If people don't understand how he's an alpha, look at all the stuff that he told you to your face and then turned around and switched it. And he didn't care what you thought about it.
Dance moves.
All right. So, and he did it in your face. So, in that manner is he's going to do what's in the preservation of what his interest lies in. Right. So if his interest lies in the board, that's what it is. And if the board starts calling for Bungie to produce something, because my fear is they start producing games that are current gen only, that are graphically incredible. I'm talking about Ratchet and Clank in God, because we already know God of War is using old assets, up-res and stuff like that. So with probably a couple of new stuff in there, whatever. But again, essentially, if it's running on a PlayStation 4 and it's not just current gen, it's not really maxed out. But when they start maxing these games out, you start looking at your roster and your main game that you have inside your brand new Spartacus, inside your engine of the car that's supposed to take you to the future, is only going to 65 miles an hour.
Because of car skin.
But that's the
Yeah.
same even on
Yeah.
PC because there's thousands of combinations on PC that you have to find a medium somewhere to make it work
Right.
on everything. So, and graphically wise, I've said this before, we're getting to a point where it's like 1-to-1, so we're gonna reach a
Yeah.
peak very soon before it becomes like Chucky, just an uncanny valley that is awful to look at. Or
Yes.
Mia from Resident Evil 7 in the beginning. She was ugly.
Yes.
Oh my god. So we're gonna get to that. So I think we're fine for a bit, and then you said it. If Bungie gets mad, they leave and they go do something else with all that money.
True.
You know what? I look at all of this, and I'm hearing Spartacus. I wonder, because I personally think PlayStation is going to get a console refresh first. Like
Yes.
I believe the PS5 is going to get a heavy refresh. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I think when it comes to who's going to do it first, it's going to be PlayStation, because
They definitely
first
go
off,
first.
like, why do I have to open up my PlayStation to expand the memory like that? I'm not for that, especially with the way warranties and stuff work. I am not that dude. Not that I'm afraid of a screwdriver, but it just, all it takes is me nicking something and I ruin the whole console. Like,
feel you.
that's not what I bought a console for. I buy consoles for plug and play.
Right.
Period. Like that's
not how
why I
Sony
buy
sees it.
it. And so I wonder if Spartacus is either going to fly out along with the announcement of a console refresh, or is that going to be like what game is going to headline Spartacus? Like, what's going to be the game that they're going to sell it with?
The Horizon 5 PS5 edition only.
It'd be the Last of Us 2
Remaster.
Remix.
remake.
Yeah, I hear you guys, right? I don't think a PlayStation refresh is in the cards for two reasons. One, they don't have enough out there anyway. All right, so they're having chip shortage
True.
problems right now. So as far as research and development, of course, they're both researching and development ways to take these consoles to a different stratosphere. But again, this early on has been hampered by the shortages, right? So, and they also have in development actively right now PlayStation 2 VR. So, in developing that, what is the easiest thing that we can do right now that we can give to the public? And that's Spartacus. Now, the debating date and day, that's the biggest question because they're listening with trepidation and seeing how does the finances work out because Sony has been a fantastic miser in acquiring studios with the least amount of debt and the greatest amount of talent that actually fits in the portfolio that they need.
But I thought they coach him up. I thought they,
Well, I mean,
you
yeah,
know, I thought they
gotta
brew
pay
and
them.
home,
Organic growth.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. If I was giving you money all your life and then yeah, you became
Yeah.
of age and I married you.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's how I feel about that. Okay. Organically, yeah, sure. They've been doing their thing before you got there, so you just showed up with a check. All you was doing was just, purchasing games exclusively to keep it off of other consoles. Let's not talk about bad business practices.
No. I mean, what Bungie could do from this deal is give PlayStation timed exclusives again. Like, give it
Oh, they're gonna do that.
a year,
But I mean,
a whole
they're
year.
gonna do exactly what Game Pass does, right? So Game Pass actually is going to be Microsoft is going to be a little bit more malicious than actually what Sony is going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that they think if they allow Bungie to continue to make games, that you're going to get Call of Duty. You're not.
No.
Phil already told you as such. Desires things. You desire things. So that's not gonna happen. But what's going to make Spartacus go is the back catalog of all their games. What's going to make
Man.
Spartacus go is, I get finally a Jack and Dex. I can play my Jack and Dex at 60 frames per second. Yeah. Excuse me. For a little $10 more on it. Yeah, okay, cool. So, we're all prisoners of the retro.
Nostalgia
We're
sells,
gonna have
man.
fun, right? Playing these games because they're gonna bring these games back. And like they said, they're working on Twisted Metal and all these games as a service. They bring back the wipeouts and the stuff like that. We're all back in. Service is going to be fine. They don't need a new console to actually push what the real agenda is. And the real agenda is the services.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, we you touched on the day and date aspect of it. And I don't want to harp on Spartacus too much, but the simple fact of Spartacus is, in my opinion, and I reserve the right to be wrong, day and date is the standard when it comes to Spartacus.
It has to
Because
be.
to me, Spartacus has to be Game Pass, and then Game Pass meeting Game Pass is the bare minimum at this point, right? You can't come out with Spartacus. Here's our new service. Oh, and it's not up to par to at bare minimum what
That'd be
Game
like
Pass is.
Epic competing with Steam.
That's like opening up a club across the street from mine, and I'm giving out hookahs at 9 o'clock. And you like, nah, we don't smoke over here. Ain't nobody.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna go. Nobody's going.
Hookahs at 9 o'clock over here with King. Bye.
Yeah.
Get it together.
100%. And that's why I know a lot of people are against it. Oh, it's going to devalue. Listen, if they come out and tell you get every Sony first party game day and date in the and mind you, it's funny how the first place person is following the person in third place. That's hilarious to me. 'Cause remember, it's all about the person who is leading the industry in console sales dictates the next move. But everybody seem to be following the line what Microsoft is doing, except for Nintendo. Nintendo do their own thing.
Nintendo
They
don't
different.
care.
It's
That's
the
an
board.
outlier.
I mean, what Nintendo? See, Nintendo does care. Nintendo has a little online service too.
They do.
Yeah. Oh, that
Nintendo,
price. What was it?
Right.
$80?
But don't forget,
Come on, bro.
Nin-
That's Winnie Hunt
Nintendo.
Juniors, my guy.
Okay, so you get your little Happy Meal, but again, they did
Costs
look
more than
over and say,
the number the item.
you know, they hit their rotary phone
Yep.
and said, hey, put us a little internet thing for us, please. And it's me.
Here's an Ethernet port. Here
Yeah,
you guys
put
go.
a port in the back and give them some old lead. Like
Old way.
so, I mean, they hear, they see, they do whatever. They understand. See, you're not gonna be Microsoft at their game, and Microsoft learned a long time ago what their game was. And Phil knew the game. The game was power. We're going to be the most powerful console. They lost that to PlayStation last gen because somebody up
Yeah.
there said, "Hey, let's take away from our power and give it to our Kinect." You fool. Okay, let's talk about this stuff ahead of time. You weren't articulate enough to get stuff across, and Sony capitalized on that. And you know, Phil saw certain things, and they know services with Microsoft is key. What Sony is seeing now with that MLB The Show launching day and date and
That's the
Game
next
Pass.
topic.
And they got the price up there, and then no extra cost on Game Pass.
We did you last year. We do that shit too. They thought it was a one-off, right? We're back.
Man.
Knock knock. Who's there? No fees for me. But I watch
Man.
these dudes, and I'm noticing they saw that money. They saw the double up. They have a services, and they're trying to get their services right. And that service been out for a while. They got 48 million in PlayStation now. 110 reoccurring people on PlayStation Live Network or whatever they have.
Plus, yeah,
PlayStation Plus. They are making money, but they want to make more. They want to be. they want to know why that service is talked about more, and we're not the dominant service. How can we become the dominant service? And they're taking steps to do that. They have the ears of the audience, but they don't have the bucks from the audience, and they want to know how to achieve such. So they're watching and they're learning. When Sony perfects it, that's when the change happens. And they're going to. I have a total thought that they will. But when they unsheath themselves, pause, from the box has to go.
Do you think it's gonna with the PSVR 2? Do you think that's gonna be the major push in terms of the new, like, okay, for example, I don't believe Xbox is trying to sell us the console. I've never gotten that feel. I've never gotten that vibe. I've never felt the urge outside of Fame bullying me because we was playing Outriders and I was taking forever to load up. But
Fact, boy, you told me back, G.
But that is the VR gonna be the physical component to push PlayStation 4? Like, do you think, because I'm with you. I'm envisioning software. What a better way than to lean into, VR, your streaming service, be able to on the go, more accessible, your own little slice of, like, your own version of the Microsoft ecosystem. Right. That would be a dope, simple way, because you already got everybody involved. People already like the PlayStation VR. I haven't personally heard anything bad about it. I didn't want it. But
mine up there, that joker been in the box for a long time, G. I ain't even gonna cap it.
I sold mine. I got an Oculus though. Shout out to Cognito.
Yeah, shout out to Cognito. I might go grab me one.
I'm grabbing one of those. That's gonna happen.
Link up with us. The biggest barrier for the PlayStation 2 VR is the hardware.
Mm.
You're talking about a $900 proposition. I don't think the thing costs more than $400, right? Because you have to have a PlayStation 5 in order to run it.
Ooh.
So you have to start at a base of $500. So $500, you're already in a hole, and that's you didn't even get the VR yet. So now you get the VR, and then let's say you got to add a game. So you're looking at a $1,200 proposition. Once you do everything, you get your games, you got your controllers, you got your PlayStation Now, you're ready to go, you're home, and the taxes done hit you, and you're $1,200. Your closest competitor is only $300 in the Oculus 2, and it's untethered. You just buy it, hook it up, and play. Yeah, sure, the resolution and the power is not as powerful as yours, but for $1,200, then you got to start looking at VR that is $1,200, and that doesn't compare, right? So you got to start really seeing what is the detriment to Sony. So I believe again, PlayStation VR will be a niche. Just the same way as PlayStation 1. Like he said, he had his up there. And same thing with me. I just sold mine on Facebook Marketplace. $200. Come get it with all the games. I don't care. I'm not playing it. But I don't think that's going to be the catalyst for the push for Sony. I think Sony said, let's put it out there and see what we can do with it, because they understand that VR has a place in gaming, and they just want to be synonymous with gaming.
Indeed. See, listen, we kind of touched on it here a little bit. I'm gonna go to the chat, man. I see y'all rocking with us, man. We appreciate you guys. We kind of touched on it here a little bit, but I kind of want to go back to this MLB 2022. This is the second year in a row that and we know Microsoft has Minecraft, which is everywhere, right? But this is the second year in a row where a Sony studio is making a game, not just on Xbox, but it will be launching in their premier service for gamers. Xbox Game Pass. Shohei Ohtani is flexing on Xbox Game Pass. I'm gonna start with you, B. 2 years in a row. Well, who's that? Who does it? Sony Santa Monica? Who makes?
Yes, sir.
Is making a game that's going into Game Pass day one. We flexing.
Look, you guys, we said it a little bit earlier. I've said it on here multiple times. It's just the idea. This is like further proving, hey, Sony makes great games. Sony makes amazing games. And this has always been my argument. And I'm gonna try to stay on topic with MLB. The console selling games that are on PlayStation in the last generation, they've all been a max of like 25, 30-hour games. No games as a service, nothing ongoing. All the ongoing stuff was third party, which just got soaked up. And now you have MLB going day and day Game Pass with commercials. Not just it's happening on Game Pass, it's the marketing behind it too. That's the cold part. Like it's the whole throwing it right in your face. Just in the whole cheesy scoreboard. Like it's grimy, but what it's doing is further pushing my thoughts. And you don't have to worry about research and development. You don't have to worry about hardware. You don't have to worry. Like, you could just make profit because your games are gonna sell because people want to play them. I haven't touched a PlayStation 4 game since the announcement of the PS5 because I don't want to. I can't deal with crazy load times anymore. That is out the door. So with MLB, this is just. I wonder if this is like the seed. Like, hey, let's just put this there. Let's see how this does. It's a niche game, but it's not. Well, no, it's not a niche game. It's baseball. I'm tripping. And if we could move something that we kept exclusively here across multiple platforms and the Switch, I wouldn't touch it, but it's there and it exists. Like, why? You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. The marketing alone is the hilarious part. It's called game.
Hugger, you got any interest in MLB and really more your thoughts about this game going back? What Drake say, back to back, and probably for the foreseeable future on Game Pass, not just releasing on Xbox, on Game Pass.
If it comes to PC Game Pass, then I have opinion because MLB is
Oh,
still
is
not
it?
on PC Game Pass.
Wow.
It's not. I didn't know that.
We got to get Nixus on today.
Yeah. But hey, man, we need this on PC, Xbox Game Pass, or PC now.
Stat.
I mean, we talked last week that all of the Gears games still aren't on PC Game Pass, so
It's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
it,
coming.
it
That's
better
coming.
be coming. Yeah.
That's what they was talking about. Yeah.
That's
I
coming.
think now the only thing the Xbox and Microsoft are missing is 2K, and then they'd have all the sports games, major sports games under their banner, because they already get the indie
Well,
sports games.
2K
They get
pops up after a month or two.
Yep.
Like
not on PC Game
2K
Pass.
Oh, yeah,
she-
yeah, yeah,
she's
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about the PC. Yeah. Sucks for you guys.
That's okay.
She's like,
I don't
got
play
everything
a
else
lot
to
of
look
those
at.
sports
You
games.
got
No, no, no.
everything else. Like
Yeah.
everything else under the sun.
Yo,
is good.
if you got a PC, you winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eating,
sure.
man.
Damn, you winning.
Eating good.
Man, it's a trip. Oh God. Sony's gonna go software, bro. I believe it.
Okay.
I hope. I really do. It unless they can dramatically just evolve. Like, but I don't know if
That's
they
what
got the
they're trying to do.
infrastructure. They're
That's
trying,
what
but
they're
I don't know
doing.
if the infrastructure is there. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
but-
Azure clouds. What's wrong?
Yeah.
with that?
Sony's
Oh,
been
yeah,
very
because
quiet for a
Microsoft
very
is
long
in
time.
transition.
But once again, now you're bringing up another point of, hey, it's another cost we wouldn't have to worry about because Xbox is already doing it. So
And
why
what
not?
did they give? What did they give for that? Some semiconductors. Yeah, take it, sure.
Oh, and they gave him some lenses, didn't they? Here's some
They
lenses.
gave us some nuts and some bolts and some semiconductors.
Here's a coolant. What is it,
How many
Fallout?
servers do we get? Take as much as you like.
But think at Hugger brought this up. I know it's not on PC, but you got MLB The Show, right?
Mhm.
Game Pass.
There you go.
You got
Indeed.
Madden via EA Play, which is part of Game Pass, or Madden Game Pass.
Mhm. Let's go.
Within a month or two of 2K releasing, it's in Game Pass.
Mhm.
Let's
And
go.
guess what's coming
FIFA.
next? What's the fourth one? The last one you need for
WWF?
casual gamers. Call of Duty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The
For the
casual
casuals?
gamer has MLB, Madden, NBA, Call of Duty on one service. What console? Are they
And then
playing?
you ignoring FIFA. FIFA is on there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so
you-
wrestling.
FIFA-
And wrestling.
And UFC.
it's
Yeah.
the
It's wild.
what is it? What is Thanos beholding?
The
The
Infinity Gauntlet.
the Infinity Gauntlet of casual gamers. It's
Got that
the
right
Infinity Gauntlet of casual gamers. Madden, FIFA, 2K, Call of Duty, MLB The Show. All at one place. As a casual gamer, where you gonna go?
The Game Pass.
You going to Game Pass?
So what happens
And-
when little man is $200?
It's gonna be a problem.
Get it while it's hot, baby. Let's go.
And you know what's so crazy? The cost of those games alone is almost 2 years of Game Pass Ultimate.
Here we go.
So then,
And with
it
Ultimate,
sells
you play it on your
itself.
phone.
That's what I was,
On your phone.
bro. Hey,
It's
it's
a no-brainer at this point.
it's
Mhm.
scary. It's scary.
You know
what's
what?
scary is that the PlayStation fan base have to go buy it.
$70.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so pony up $70. All
For
all
one
the
of those
Xbox
titles.
dudes is dancing in the street, and they said last year, but we buy our games. How is that
Okay.
working out for you? Like, I mean, I just want to know how is it working out for you because we have extra money to do dumb things, like I don't know, super chat. I don't know. I don't never see PlayStation do super chat, but these Xbox dudes be having disposable income. I'm just saying. Please prove me wrong. You PlayStation do super chat. Oh, okay. Guess not. Guess I'm right. You're worrying about what game is coming out? Oh, Gran Turismo, saving up. Hear that? $140 in the next what is that? Not even 60 days?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
$140. You dudes gotta
And
pay.
then the multiplats.
I'm just talking about them AAA
Yeah.
bangers.
Yeah.
The bangers
Yeah.
they talk about, right?
Mm.
104. You better make sure you do your overtime. Because you know, MLB was probably not in the cards for you because you was already behind the 8 ball already. With Horizon and Gran Turismo, baseball, you were not worrying about no damn baseball.
But King, they say, because we not paying 70 and we using Game Pass, we broke.
Yeah.
Who
We're
that?
poor.
Who that said we
Yeah.
broke?
We're impoverished.
They say we're impoverished. They say,
Oh, okay. All right.
They said feet in the heart of the angels.
Oh my god.
Fly
God.
away. They say we're poor. Like you
Right.
literally, it's crazy. The times we live in, right? I'm not hashing this too much. Times we live in, you get made fun of for saving money.
Saving money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This is the rapper world.
Wild.
This is the rapper world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, listen,
Stuff is
Hey,
fake.
they're liars. These are the Instagram dudes. They take pictures with money. Don't have no lights on in their house.
Yeah.
Take pictures with money. Don't have a
Photoshopping
car,
shoes
you
on their
don't got a
feet.
car.
Sleeping on the floor.
Tell the
We,
truth, same
we
with devil.
passing
Let's be
one
real.
bottle around the club taking pictures. Hey, but let me see that
I know,
bottle.
right?
I can take that
Same
picture
bottle.
real
Bring that.
fast.
Hey, man, bring that over here. Hey, drink the Hennessy. It's Coca-Cola. What the hell's wrong with you?
It's
And
wild.
it's flat because you had
We're
to
not
make it
supposed
look
to save
good.
no money. If
Listen, man.
I'm a PlayStation only gamer, I'm telling Sony, hey, put these in Spartacus day one. Save me a little bit of coin.
No,
Right now,
serious.
I got a wife and kids. I got bills and stuff like that. I don't have no time to be financing your kids to go to college.
Yep.
Help me out over here, right here. Let's do this together.
Especially when the direct, not just competition, the direct competition is doing it.
Well,
That's
Yeah.
the
let's be real.
well,
Microsoft doesn't view them as competition.
oh yeah.
Yeah, they
Hey,
stated that.
February 2020. He said it.
It was-
Phil Spencer
yeah.
said it. I'm not.
It was
I'm
looking
not
at
competing with
Google.
them no more.
Right? You know, so Game Pass is a direct attack at Google
Yep.
and
Yep.
whatever Apple was doing.
Yep.
You know, so it wasn't a direct because if you're looking at it, if it's a direct attack at what PlayStation is doing, then we would have still had games with gold.
Yeah.
You understand?
Which needs to.
Games with gold is ass.
Well, but see, the thing is, they can't figure out how to remove it. It's like my grandma, God bless her soul. You know,
Oh god, where's this going?
she still likes to do older things like go to the bank. You know,
That's not where I thought this was
fill
going.
out the-
I was
the-
scared
the-
too.
you understand? Well,
'Cause he
she's
said-
passed, so,
Oh,
you know,
because
so,
you said
Oh.
you know,
gotta
that's why I said
remove,
God
and
rest
I'm
her
like,
soul, you know. But the thing is, that's what she would like to do.
Yeah.
Get up and go to the bank. It's old habits
Write
that
a
they
check.
stay stuck to.
yeah.
Right?
Sitting there
So
bouncing the book.
some people
yeah.
do not want
parents
to
do that.
switch at all. And you tell them, yo, listen, I got a better thing for you. I don't trust you.
Yep.
I had Xbox Live since I had Xbox. Who the hell are you to tell me games of gold ain't good? I get 3 free games a month. Boy, if you don't get away from me, I'll stab you in your eye. So you
Yeah.
can't tell them to get up off it, even though you be like, yo, this month they just dropped 5. I don't like those games. So you
Okay.
just got to wait for them to transition over. And they're trying to
Yeah.
figure a way how to transition. They did it for us, early opters, and it was like, we'll roll it over into the thing. And then you notice that, okay, my Game Pass longevity is 2 years or something like that because I already had this amount of time with this. And then you saw the benefit when they started actually getting more content. You know, so these people haven't seen the benefit yet.
True.
I haven't seen the benefit in PlayStation services, PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Now yet. And I'll tell everybody that hear this, write it down, take a picture. I don't care what you do. You do date and date. I will sign up for 5 years. 5. I will take a picture, post it, and show you. Because then you have my attention.
Yeah. Sony
Okay,
makes great
yeah.
games.
Hell yeah.
Sony makes great games. Like they make great games. Nobody has ever said
Nobody can never
Sony don't
doubt
make.
that.
Yeah, nobody is saying that. But come on, man, ease up a little bit and get people what they want. Like
The
You know what?
gaming ecosystem has shifted. No, I'm sorry.
It-
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Douglas.
It
It's
doesn't
changed.
matter. As long as it's not going to 10 cent, I let these companies duke it out. Because after 10 cent's recent, I don't know if it was true or not, we don't want big
I
boobs
said
or
not like him.
color people in
Black
our
people.
games.
Yeah.
Color
Well,
people.
movies. It was movies.
It was
Oh,
in
they've
movies.
already put it in their
But
movies. That is already
but
in China.
you, uh, I can't say that because I just saw Monster Hunter, and that's backed by Tencent, and you have uh um Ti that's in there. You have
Yeah.
Akbak that's in there. You have a host of other people that's ethnic inside the movie, and I know you're talking about probably the leads being
Mhm.
there, but the co-lead is a ethnic character that
True.
didn't speak English, right?
I'm not talking
So
about one
True.
movie. I'm talking about the company in
yeah,
general.
I
You
I know
can,
we're talking about the DNA of their culture, and
Yeah.
I
yes.
understand it. And we until these allegations have actually been proven, these stuff is allegedly
Allegedly.
at a point in time. But I do also feel that I'd rather mess with the devil that I know than the devil that I don't know.
But we
Facts.
don't
Anybody
know
that we know in,
the devil. That's the thing.
well, anybody that we know in the hood that was going around giving little kids money, we don't mess with that dude. All right, because this is
Yeah.
exactly what Tencent is doing. Walking around giving you money and don't want nothing from you.
Mm.
Now, when Jimmy Dean come a knocking, I remember that money I
Omar
didn't give you on
coming.
the first.
Mm-hmm.
I done lend you something. Now you got your lights on and stuff is working. Everything. How that car going for you? It's good. Pushing this.
It's
Listen,
warm in
I
here.
need you to take this bag across the street over there to old boy over there in the hat. Um, what's in the bag? Don't worry about the bag. Man, just take that across the
Just
street
take it across the street.
and go do what you
Yep.
got to do because I done helped you out when you needed it. So shut up and don't ask me no questions.
That's
And,
10 cents.
and that's
Pimp,
Tencent.
pimp moves all
And
day.
they've been doing it little by little, and they don't go out and buy a whole company.
Just
Little
enough.
pieces.
That's a
Just
little
Just
bit.
enough.
A little bit.
Put your hands in everything. You're gonna always gonna owe you a favor.
That's that problem.
Yep.
Be careful for that dude.
You gotta watch out for 10 cents.
Yeah, that and Embracer Group.
Oh yeah.
See,
Yep.
we were looking at these acquisitions that Sony made. They 36 X amount of billions. Oh my God, what, buddy? This is small change to what these dudes is actually doing in the background that you really don't see, and they're getting percentages in such small quantities that it doesn't ring the bell. When your own government has to ring the bell against you and tell you we don't want video games and stuff right here, and your company has to take a hit because of that, and it doesn't curb their spending, what's up? What is the true
Facts.
intention behind these lines? Just, I got my own little ideas with them, but again, allegedly, but I'd rather deal with the devil that I know, which is Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo,
Yep.
Mhm.
and these devils that I don't know.
Yeah. Give me. Let me hear about Nintendo and Sony buying companies. I'm cool with that. When I heard it's Tencent, I'm like we got a
Ears
little
go up.
problem here. Yeah, like
Hold
yeah.
on. Yeah.
But listen, while we here, before we get to our suggestions that you guys don't like to give suggestions for games and movies people like to watch and play, I want to move over to B here because my man here was blessed enough to play Dying Light 2.
Ooh.
Shout out to him for releasing the embargo. He did a video and a written review today, just released on level1gamer.com. Me and Baron talked before it got released, and he sent me a sad Charmander face, and it said, "I'm about to get drugged in these streets, ain't I?" Because he did give it a 6.8.
Yeah.
And I put out a tweet, and I said, "It's getting released tomorrow. Embargo released tomorrow. What is it gonna get?" Everybody in my comment section, 90, 91, 92, 88, 95. Baron, I'm about to get drugged. I said, "Yeah, they finna drag you,
I get a text. You about to get dragged.
They finna drag you, dog." Come to find out, Baron was right.
Yeah.
Baron,
Yeah.
quickly, man, your thoughts on your time with I don't want to. I want people to go check out the actual review. I'm gonna put the review right now in the comments. Go check out our actual Dying Light 2 review, right? But without giving too much of your review away, B, your thoughts on your time, your full playthrough, beginning to credits, Dying Light 2.
Okay. Dying Light 2, it builds off of Dying Light 1. If you truly had fun with Dying Light 1, you will have a good time playing Dying Light 2. The story, The story is not extremely predictable, but it's not the best writing on the planet. But once again, in an open world game where I could easily see somebody spending over 100 hours in that game easily. I literally had to stop doing side stuff and stop veering off the path, or not the path, veering off and doing other side activities in order to hit credits in time to write the review. So that whole thing of 500 hours, I can see that. That's not a far put it this way. I want to say I have well over, because they took down the trophy page because I guess they was worried about people looking at everything that's been going on and getting the full story before it launches and spoilers and whatnot. So but last time I looked at it, it was well over 30 hours. I am only level 5. No, level 6. I just hit level 6. So the progression is it's slow, but it feels rewarding. You don't ever feel like you're lacking anything. And then you get your abilities fairly easy, and it's honestly based on your speed and what you do. You're rewarded for what you do in the game. You climb around, you get your parkour level up, you fight, your combat level goes up, and then you're able to pick different abilities that make all of this a lot easier to get around and to hurt people and the infected. But it's I did have a lot of issues with the audio. I had my Before I get to that, I had my typical open world issues, clipping, item dropping and disappearing randomly, typical open world game issues. I haven't played an open world game where that type of stuff didn't happen. But nothing enough to make me like want to put the controller down. The audio issues though, and crazy enough, it's funny because I booted it up again. I had to not had to, but I uninstalled the game and reinstalled it because I was having another audio issue, and I was figuring maybe I missed an update or something. I was like, let me just redo this, get a whole new build that's out right now. But yeah, the audio issues were not consistent throughout the game, but at the most pertinent moments, like whether it was heartfelt moments, whether it was story, like heavy story moments. I mean,
So you
I
sitting
had
there
a
looking
whole
stupid while stuff happening on screen that should be important, and you just like,
yes, and I have no idea what's going on.
damn,
No
that'll piss
idea
me
what's
off.
and then what's crazy is because I play with subtitles, because subtitles are just the way I watch English shows with subtitles on. It Even the subtitles disappeared when the audio went out. And so I have and then the major selling point for the game: choices and decisions. So here it is, you got this major, I'm talking 30 minutes in a major mission. No audio. But then I could talk about this. I couldn't cut off the game during that segment because there was a major bug that was going on, and emails and whatnot went out about it during that segment. So I couldn't even turn off the game in order to, hey, let me just refresh and get back in there. So, but what's as crazy as all this sounds, right? The game is fun. I have fun playing it. I was playing it earlier. I could have played anything else, and I was playing Dying Light. I wonder how this is gonna work when the multiplayer aspect comes in, because that's a thing that was missing during that time. There was no multiplayer. I don't think the multiplayer is popping up until like the night of launch, like the night before launch. So through all the bad, right? Like, because the audio was bad in those segments, it was bad. I had fun playing it. I mean, I didn't expect it to get raving reviews, but crazy enough, if you look at when you guys look at the article, I gave gameplay and graphics, I gave it an 80. So, you know what I mean? Like the stuff, in my opinion, that matters, because I truly don't believe people are playing Dying Light for the
what
extravagant
mode was the best
story.
mode?
I only played it in performance mode.
Okay.
I'm not a graphics junkie. Like I don't even, when I review, I don't even go that route in terms of how the frames it was running at, and it's because I like to do my reviews from the perspective of the casual gamer. The kid the family person who's gonna maybe buy 4 or 5 games a year. Like,
Right.
is this worth one of your title, like one of your purchases? Me, I'm buying 3, 4 games a month. Like, so I'm outlier when it comes to
Right.
buying games. I mean, I got a collector's edition that ain't even open. Like, I'm that type of, when I buy games. But when I review, I like to think about from the perspective of like, hey, is any of this is this going to be fun? And the game is fun. It's going to need some patches, but it's fun.
I gotta give a shout out to you and Attic and all you guys that are reviewers. We have a ton of reviewers on our website and stuff like that, and I can never do it. I can never do it for the simple fact what you had to endure that
In
they
silence.
fix later on. So a lot of you guys, y'all go out and get a game not knowing that, he had to struggle through certain aspects of the game to give his feedback on certain things at certain points. Sometimes they give feedback back on the game, or have to point out bugs. Listen, I ran into this bug over here, so they can get that out to the rest of the community that is reviewing this game. And he is beta testing this game for you guys, and it's taken away from his enjoyment, and it turns it into. Remember, he kept using the word fun, so it didn't feel like a job. But some of those games that you got to pull yourself through, it's going to feel like a job. And in this post perfect game era, we're in the patch era. Before a Nintendo game would come out or a Genesis game would come out, it was either if it was good or it was bad. That's it. There was no in between. Now a game can come out and don't look the same as it launched. Shout out to Killer Instinct. If you boot up Killer Instinct from how it launched on Xbox One when it first came out, what that thing looked like now, totally different game. Dying Light, not Dying Light, Dead by Daylight. Same thing. Completely different games. PUBG.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How many times have y'all been killed by a building loading up?
Exactly. I fall into a building and then the door killed me because it actually, showed up. So these are the growing pains that he had to go through. But you said it was, and I gotta give you guys your respect because y'all go through it and you have to be impartial, and you're always thinking about, like you said, the casual guy, your fellow gamer. Give him your honest opinion about a game without any bias that might even be put on you because of what the game state is in at that moment. And then the next day of the release, you get the update and you're like, wow, man, I wish I would have played this game like this. So I got to give a hats off and a shout out to you for putting that out. I'm going to definitely check out your review of the game.
Appreciate it.
I checked out my boy's review, and y'all a different breed than me. To make me jaded, and I'll probably curse somebody out. Like, nah, don't be sending me games in this state. If your game ain't right, don't send it my way. I'm trying to play a part right there, and they like, okay, so you know who the killer is, and the words go black on the screen.
Man,
you can't understand who the killer is. And they like, yo, all right, so you got to shoot them now, and you like, what?
Man,
I thought this was my man. See the killer?
Exactly.
When they say this.
But and I want to say this because I didn't put it in the review. But I really want to say thank you to Techland and Stride PR because this one they gave me a reasonable amount of time.
Which doesn't happen a lot in this line of work, man.
No.
They give you 4 days.
I'll bullcrap you not. I got a review where the embargo was up in 14 hours.
Yeah, no.
For a major title that we had been in talks with them for months.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was crazy, and I shout out to them for being reasonable, and the communication was back and forth. Like you mentioned, I was going like, hey, this is what I ran into. Here's a zip file. Boop, here's a clip of it. Like, this is what I'm seeing. Like, this is bad. Like, story. Like, not open world, random NPC fall through a wall type stuff. No, story, core mission, deciding factor. Like, come on, like, hey y'all.
and they're
So
talking back to you and they're valuing you.
yes,
That
in
that's
reasonable
amazing.
time. And
That's
that, so
amazing.
shout out to them. Shout out to Stride. Shout out to Techland. We look forward to working with you guys on anything else y'all got coming, because that was so refreshing, because it is not always like that.
Nope.
Like, no.
Hopefully they still like that when Microsoft buy them. Oh, did I say that? Hey, Techland. Who gave you the extra money to get your game over the finish line? Tell that story.
Hey, I'm Techland, IO Interactive. Hey, man, just pay attention. It's coming. Microsoft still got plenty of change in their pocket to spend, because it really is change to Microsoft when they come in to buy these companies, because it's cash. It's cash.
And Hip Hop Gamer, what up?
Hip Hop is in
That's
that
my
building,
dude.
man, showing love. Appreciate you, my guy.
Hip-hop,
Listen,
what's going on, baby?
y'all know we like to do at the end of the show, man. We like to give suggestions for you guys to watch and play for the week. Drop those in the chat. If you're watching right now, give us a suggestion. Something maybe niche, something maybe new, a game, something on Netflix, an anime for somebody to watch. I'm gonna come over to the panel, and I'm gonna start with you, B. Give us something to put our hands on or put our minds on this week.
I got an anime for you guys. Go watch, and it's already complete. It's dubbed in English and it's in sub. Go check out Darwin's Game. You can watch it on Funimation. I don't know if it's on Netflix, but I know for sure it's on Funimation. It's not a isekai. They don't get trapped in a game, but the game gets brought into the real world, and people get murdered, and there's all type of, people trying to earn extra money and live lavishly off other people's lives. It's an interesting scenario. It's a different, if you're into the isekai stuff where people jumping into the game worlds, this one is a flip, and it works pretty good. It's pretty intense. And gaming wise, of course, when the time comes, honestly, I would say really think about playing Dying Light 2. Based on the reviews, and stuff, and the audio issues, they do have a lot of big they got a big day one patch planned. So I can completely understand if you're hesitant and don't want to do it. I wouldn't even be mad at you. But as somebody who played it in a rough state, I had fun. And I'm going to continue playing it. I haven't even got to experience multiplayer yet. So it's going to be something special.
King David, man, what you gonna bless the people? What should they put their hands on this week, man? What should they game? What should they watch or play this week, man?
Pause. Hey, man. This is a family-friendly show. Pause. Okay, so I'm straight street. So what I like to watch is I'm watching Ghost, book 2 of Power. Right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
I gotta watch Raising Kanan right after this.
You ain't seen
I'm
Raising Kanan yet?
No, see what happened was
my boy.
what had happened was, shout out to 50 Cent. I got caught up in doing a whole bunch of stuff, like, Netflix and Disney, and doing all the stuff, and I got right back to my stars. HBO Max, how they putting out their day and they game passing it to me.
Indeed.
So I said, let me start to binge watch this. And I am not gonna lie, I still hate Tariq with all my soul.
Oh, facts.
Right?
But I actually love the writing. The writing is so compelling. It's so street vitriol. You feel it. For you YouTube dudes, if let's say you don't got stars and that's not your wave is not street drama, drug dealing, and all that other stuff, flashy, gun popping stuff. You into some weird stuff, check out Mr. Ballin. All right, on YouTube.
Yep.
Mr. Ballin.
Yeah, Hugger.
Mr. Ballin is the shit, man.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I drive around listening to him in my day while I'm working. So I'm in my car probably like 8 hours maybe, and I'm listening to and I found him very obscurely because I'm into the weird, mysterious stuff. And he's a former Navy SEAL with a gift to tell stories. And he tells stories from his perspective sometimes, how he reads. He's very clear. He's very articulate. He has a voice that is made for this, and he knows how to tell suspense. The guy is a pure genius. Fantastic stuff. So if you never heard of him, and this was just YouTube, go out there, and he's on TikTok as well, Mr. Ballin. Go check him out. It's mr.ballen. Check that out. Fantastic stuff. Scare the hell out of you. Don't watch it at night. I'll tell you that now.
Yep.
A game I'm
Yep.
playing, I'm King Game Pass. I'm gonna keep that a buck.
Hey, let's go.
All right? Keep that a buck. Death's Door. My boy Scott Draco. He got so sick and tired of me one Saturday. He gifted me Death's Door. He said, "Boy, shit, it's not coming to Game Pass." This is exactly I got the text too, because I screenshot it and sent it back to him. Not coming to Game Pass, and I'm sick and tired of you fronting on this Game of the Year game. Here, send it to me. That Monday it launched on Game Pass.
Lord have mercy.
And I just said, got him. I said, listen, Phil don't like you sending me gifts.
Trying to take him away.
I said, Phil had that on early lock, and he was just trying to, give it to me after I finish another game. You acted up, man. Stop jumping out of pocket. But go try Death's Door. It's really fun. I'm getting into it right now. I love the art style. I love the direction. I love games that are quiet but loud. You don't need a character talking all the time. You don't need to read a whole bunch of stuff. You just have your action and your wits, and it's very very on point, very 16-bit feel to it. It's a really good looking game, a very good feeling game. Pause. But I think you guys will love it. And if you have Game Pass, if you're trying to save some money, you'll love it. It's a good game. Go try that out. That's what I'm doing. Those three things.
Before we get to my little sister, I'm gonna get something in the chat. I've got a couple of suggestions in here. Chocolaka says 2 big movies coming out this weekend. Check out Moonfall and Jackass 4.
Yeah.
Hell
They still
yeah.
making Jackass movies? Okay.
They're making a new one right
everybody
now.
got gray hair.
It's weird.
General Spartan 27 says, I'm waiting for that Power Book 4-4. That's Tommy's show. I'm waiting for that too. Tommy gonna be in Chicago. It's gonna be lit. Many years says rewatch the Trolls because why not? Flames says I recommend the anime The Orbital Children. Just came out on Netflix. It's short, 6 episodes. If you're into mystery animes and space, it's a good watch. Many 80 says Game Pass comes in clutch. That's an absolute fact. Dragonheart, hit my DMs, brother. I got you. Hit me up. All right, little sis, what you got this week, my love?
Since it is that special month out of the year where we like to showcase things, stay tuned for some stuff with Burnout Brighter. But I'm tired of black trauma movies like 12 Years a Slave, so go watch Black Panther if you haven't. Just the king looking stunning as always, and it's a Marvel movie, so it's awesome. And Fame finally sat down and watched it. Go watch Arcane because it is probably one of the
Arcane
most
is lit.
beautiful shows you will see out there. Standard. Don't go play League of Legends because you will hate yourself.
Yeah, don't do
but
that. Do not do
go
that.
watch Arcane. And this is somebody who used to play League every single day for like hours on end. So just leave it alone. Game Pass. Go play Zodiac Age Final Fantasy because it is leaving this month. So go play it. And go play ESO because High Isles was just announced. That's coming out in June. That's the next chapter. And try to get the other chapters done before you dive into the new one. What do you got for us this week, Fame?
Listen, I got, of course, I'm gonna keep it around the bing, right? you can just, I'm just gonna choose the service. Go choose Game Pass because there's plenty of games to go play, right? I might just try that Crossfire X campaign about to drop in there. I'm looking forward to that. So make sure you guys, you can pre-download that. You can go pay for it if you want to, but I'm gonna play it in Game Pass. And for shows to watch, go on Netflix. It was a webtoon, I believe, but it's called All of Us Are Dead. It's Korean zombie movie.
Oh, that joint is fire.
That joint, man, bro.
I gotta watch it. I'm gonna watch it tonight. Me and the wife, we gonna watch it.
Oh
I'm done.
God,
I gotta watch it.
Fire. Right? All of Us Are Dead on Netflix. Go check that Joker out, man. The Korean Netflix be hitting consistently, right?
Yeah.
And this is another banger. And what's crazy, most zombie movies or zombie shows don't reference zombie movies or zombie shows. Like they talked about Train to Busan. Like, wait a minute, is this zombies? Like Train to Busan? I'm like, yo, they actually referenced a zombie show, a zombie movie, and a zombie show. Like most of them, like, how do we kill these people? They tell them, hey, they zombies. Let's kill them in the head. Like, I like that. It's more realistic. Like, I don't know what to do. Let me stab him in the foot. Like, no, bitch, you ain't never seen a zombie movie before. Like, hit him in the head, bro. Like, and they don't do it. They're gonna write to it like, yo, they zombies, just like we seen the Train to Busan. Let's bust their motherfucking ass. Like, what's wrong with you? Like,
There
they're
it
doing
is.
that.
Same going on.
I'm just that's what I like about it, bro. It's real. And that's what's dope about it. I'm just saying. I'm just
Scares the hell out of my wife. Scares her to death.
But listen, we're gonna get up out of here. King, man, I really appreciate you coming through and rocking with us, man. I know Discord was kicking your ass earlier.
I hate this.
And and I apologize, but listen, if y'all not watching Iron Lord's podcast on Sunday, I don't know what y'all doing. Truth be told, everybody and their mama be there on Sunday. Like we there on Sunday. Like we there from beginning to end. When y'all 2 hours or when y'all 6 hours.
Yeah, we there.
We there. I said it before, man. We normally do shows. We do shows 7 days a week, man. But I tell people before we start our own Sunday show, which is at nighttime, we tell them, man, we rest on Sunday because it's the Lord's Day, man. And we got nothing but respect for what you guys are doing. I hit up Cog all the time, man. I'm like, yo, man, what y'all doing at the Iron Lords is motivating. Us here at Double XP at Level 1 Gaming, we watching and we learning. And you guys are motivation. Like true to heart motivation. We see y'all over there doing y'all thing. Y'all
100%.
y'all look like us, and
Yeah.
we seeing what y'all doing. I was like, yo, we can do this out here, man. So I definitely appreciate you, man, for coming through, taking time out of there, rocking with us, man. That purple and gold look good on you. Keep running it again because we need some love over here in Laker Nation. Knicks ain't they don't care about you, bro. But you be a Laker fan, we care about you for life, man.
So first of all, I want to thank you guys for having me. All right. So when Fame put out the word or whatever, you know what it is, Fame. I don't play. I'm definitely getting over here, especially, messing with my boy Dallas, and I keep him close to my heart because I love how talented and how humble that man is. Like
he was hurt he couldn't be here tonight. He wanted to rock with you.
I know. Good. He's working on some two projects that I got, and I just. You got to reward talent. You got to reward hard work. You got to reward perseverance. And first of all, I want to tell y'all guys, happy Black History Month. You guys are the first show that I've done in February, and what a way to start off a beautiful Black History Month. With a beautiful queen and some kings getting it done. Putting in that work. And growth is inevitable, right? Like Thanos said, growth is inevitable. Recognize the real always. That's why I'm here, and my wife is like, well, what you gonna wear? What you gonna wear? I said, well, let's do a preview because I'm on because dudes want to make a spaces about me. So my whole thing is, hey, making spaces about this jacket. This is a Mart. Go Google the price on that, and then you can see how many of these colors I got. Because when I go to the store, I shop and I get all the colors. I just like how they fit. The spaces on that.
Premium experience.
But I love you guys 100%. Nah, these goofy dudes.
Yeah,
goofy dudes worrying about somebody else's pockets. I'm a grown ass man with kids. And
hey, if they gonna watch, flex on them.
Yeah, that's what Game Pass allowed me to do this. I saved so much on my car insurance. They rolled it all up into one.
Not the bundle.
Listen, man.
I got the bundle.
Oh my god!
Yo, shout out to the chat, man. I saw comments like Iron Lords with a blueprint. That's an absolute fact, man. Once again, King, we appreciate you. Tomorrow, man, I think we got a Take Two podcast popping up with me and my little sister, man. We like to rock out 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I'd like to rock out with y'all Friday. Peep Game podcast. Sunday, Starcross Gamers. Monday, I have to do 15 minutes of fame with y'all. I'll be rocking with my man Andy from Streamcast. That's some UK brothers that's doing some amazing work, man. We're gonna be talking and rocking with them on next Monday. Tuesday, Cogs in the Machine, and we'll be back next Wednesday for episode 189. Listen, with all of that said, congratulations, you guys are leveled up to 188. This was the Love XP podcast. Go check out the Onlords. Go check out log.net. Check out lv1gamer.com. Man, you guys have a great one. And rap.
사랑해.
Peace.